So Power Ranger Beast Morphers episode 14 set up a few things with its A plot and its B plot moving forward to future episodes and probably the season finale of the show. So let's get the review / recap started for episode 14 of Power Ranger Beast Morphers. So the episode starts out at Grid Battle Force with Nate and Zoe giving people a job interview to see who can be Nate's next lab assistant because he needs some help in the lab, and one of the characters they're interviewing is someone named Megan. And when you learn that their name is Megan in a fictional show, you know they're nothing but trouble. So during her interview, we're teased with the cheetah claws once again, where Ben and Betty are using it to cut a salad. It was a very funny gag. Some CGI as they use the cutting of the salad, and once again it's a gag where stuff gets all over their face, and it was a pretty fun gag. It actually made me want a salad as they were cutting it up. I mean, maybe after I record this I'm going to order some Subway, who knows. But anyway, so the job interview happens, the girl walks out and she really wants the job, which is really weird that she wants a promotion from working in the Megazord department or the Zord department to the science lab. I guess she wants that big fat paycheck, Megan does. But anyway, she has the job interview, she walks out. We then cut to the cyber dimension where Blaze walks in. He's like, "Sup bitches, check out my Tubatron," even though it looks like exactly like the last Tubatron from the last episode. Mine's different. And that's what they do point out. Roxy does point out saying it's a Tubatron again, and Blaze is like, "Nuh-uh, mine's different because he's got the red fury cells which Scruzzle had lying around." I don't know why Scruzzle had lying around. I don't think the cyber dimension has doors and rooms, so you put it in a careless place. But it was funny when Scruzzle runs to get it. Blaze just boots him out of the way. He goes down for the count. And the Red Fury cells are going to make the Tubatron 2.0, his name is, much, much stronger. And then we cut to the Rangers fighting the Tubatron. And this was a really intense battle where the Rangers weren't able to defeat Tubatron. They have to escape. And this battle was intense for Devon. And this was a really, really great character moment for Devon because Devon gets his shit messed up in this episode. I mean, the visor for his helmet gets cracked, and when a visor for a helmet gets cracked in Power Rangers, that means they took a lot of damage, and I don't think we've seen the visors crack in Beast Morphers so far. I think this is the first time we've seen the visors crack in Beast Morphers. I know they did it a fair bit in Go Busters from what I've seen in clips and online, but this is the first time we've seen it in Beast Morphers, and the Rangers had to retreat, and I did like the way he got Ravi and Zoe out of there. He got Cruz to pick him up, and even though they were forced to demorph, Devon stood back and he just fired at Tubatron 2.0, keeping him at bay. But while Devon was keeping him at bay, Nate and Steel, they were fighting Blaze, and they managed to get a Red Fury cell, which is going to be important later down the line of the episode. That's going to be powering up Devon this episode. Spoilers if you haven't watched the episode and you're just listening to the review. This episode then turns into a bit of a slice of life where we then cut to the Rangers doing normal things, such as Nate and Zoe going to the movies. And coincidentally, they're at the same movie and they're sort of going on a date, but they're not going on a date. It's not a date, they're just two friends going to see the same movie. And as this is going on, Megan, I'll call her Megan, I know American pronunciations, Australia pronunciations. So Megan spots him there, and she records a video. So basically what Megan does, she blackmails Zoe saying, "You know, Rangers can't date, and if you don't give me that job at the Nate's lab, I'm gonna tell the commander and you'll both get fired, haha." So she basically blackmails Zoe and Nate, mostly Zoe, because she confronts Zoe about it, about giving her the job with Nate. So Megan gets the job with Nate, and this is where you can tell this character is not a very good person. Well, you could probably already tell from the blackmail because she's got all kinds of weird intentions. Now, when she first appeared and she wanted that job really badly, I got the feeling that she was probably like maybe a villain in disguise with how sinister and how menacing she had with that smirk on her face. But she gets the job in Nate's lab, and Nate goes, "Put half of the Morph-X in the cheetah claws," and she's like, "Sure, but your math isn't always the best." So she puts in the full bottle, and the cheetah claws then fly all across the room, causing Ben and Betty to get caught in this giant green smoke screen where they're not seriously injured, they just get their hair all messed up, and they're like, "Haha, just another day in the office for us." But Megan was like, oh no, this could have seriously hurt them, I have to report them to the commander. So what Megan is doing, she's trying to say, hey, Nate shouldn't be in the lab, let me be in the lab and be the head of science, and let Nate do the Ranger stuff. And as this is going on, Zoe confronts her, and then Nate confronts her saying, hey, you didn't put in the right amount of X-Morph in the thing, you were trying to sabotage me. And then we learn that, then Zoe says, oh, the only reason why I gave Megan the job is because she blackmailed me. And this is where the commander does not fuck around, saying, did you just blackmail someone to get a job? And she was like, yeah, when you put it that way. And then she gets fired right away. Security come in, but not the security that is Ben and Betty. Different security come in and they take her away, and I'm sure we'll never see her again. So let's get to the main meat and potatoes of the episode. Tubatron 2.0 is attacking random citizens, and the Rangers soon show up to stop him. And this is really cool, because this is where we get the debut of the Red Fury mode, and this is a really cool transformation, because instead of Devon getting the power-up through the snap of a finger, like, right away, Nate's like, here's my new power-up, push a button, I'm powered up now. No, instead, this power-up took a while to happen. I think it took like a solid 30 seconds to a minute to get the full armor, because you had a sequence where the Rangers were holding off Tubatron, and you saw each bit of armor slowly attaching itself to Devon, and this was a really cool sequence. And then once you see Red Fury mode, it does look really cool. It looks really interesting. I know this was leaked months and months in advance. I think maybe in January it was leaked where we saw this photo on set, but anyway, Red Fury mode, it wasn't in the Sentai, this is a Beast Morphers only thing, and the show off how cool the new toy is, the new power-up is, Devon makes quick mincemeat of Tubatron, taking him out really quickly. It was a really cool fight to show how powerful this new form is, and I can't wait to see more of it going forward, but hopefully Devon does not steal all the spotlight with his new Cheetah Claw power-up. So the monster of the day is defeated, and Nate and Zoe, they talk to each other in the Riptide gym and they apologize for the mistakes they made in the episode, and then Nate's like, hey, do you remember those flowers you got on Valentine's Day? That was me. And Zoe's like, I kind of wish I could have given you a gift. And then, well, it's a really interesting bit of dialogue, because Zoe says, I found out you were going to the movie and I kind of wanted to go on a date with you, but not a date, if you know what I mean. And then the episode ends with those two supposedly dating. They're going to be in somewhat of a relationship. I know they're going to keep it a secret from Grid Battle Force, which is going to be the fun part, because the episode ends with Ravi, Steel, and Devon. They're all talking at the table, which I gotta say, I love the Wala they made the actor of Steel do, because he's just talking. He's like, hey, if you haven't seen a robot, something, like, it just does really random stuff that made me laugh, because it's like, he can just say anything he wants as Wala that's gonna be a robot pun or a metal pun or something like that. But anyway, that was a fun bit of ending gag where it's like, Nate and Zoe dating? Nah, that can't be it. So, are Nate and Zoe dating? I don't really know. That's the main question. I get the feeling they are going to be dating, but they're going to be keeping it a secret from everyone else. But anyway, that's my review of Power Ranger Beast Morphers episode 14. It was a really fun episode. I really did enjoy it. I'm curious to see what's going to move forward with the Nate and Zoe relationship. I'm excited to see more Red Fury mode, because we're getting closer and closer to the finale in Beast Morphers. We're on episode 14. We've got a few more episodes to go, plus the holiday specials in between, the Halloween and the Christmas special. I don't know where they'll place them on Australian TV. But anyways, I'm really, really excited to see where Beast Morphers is going to go forward as we get closer to the finale. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up my review of Power Ranger Beast Morphers episode 14. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Peace out.